Hello everybody, Ranger John Heron here from Huntsville State Park, and today I want to talk to you about the B.A.R.K Ranger program. But instead of talking to you about it, I brought with me a special guest. This is Junior B.A.R.K Ranger Queso, and he's going to be joining me on my program today. He's a Junior B.A.R.K Ranger because he's still a puppy, and we're learning together how to recreate in the park. So this video is not only with us, it's about us, so we got to pay attention, okay little buddy? So in this video, we're going to be talking about the B.A.R.K Ranger program, which was pioneered by the National Park Service. We're going to be talking about some of the leave no trace elements and some of the rules Texas Parks has about dogs in the park. Now, the B.A.R.K Ranger program, B.A.R.K is an acronym. It stands for Bag Your Poop, Always Be on Leash, Respect Wildlife, and Know Where to Go. Now, the first principle of leave no trace is to prepare and plan ahead. So before you and your canine come out here for the day, you want to make sure you're ready for your visit. Now, you should be keeping up to date with your vet visits, health checks, and shots for your canine. If you're coming out for a longer visit than just a day hike, you might check in with your vet to make sure your dog is healthy and physically capable of the activity. Park rules say that your dog has to be up to date on its rabies vaccines, and some parks may require proof of this. So the B in B.A.R.K stands for Bag Your Dog's Poop. So you always want to make sure to bring your poop bags dispenser with you, and I like to bring extra old bags just in case. This also is in line with Leave No Trace principle number 3, which is to collect and dispose of your waste properly. It's also a park rule out here. You have to remember, anytime you visit a park, you're a guest. You're a visitor to the wildlife that call this park home, and we want to be polite guests and make sure we clean up after our animals. Now, the A in B.A.R.K says to always keep your pet on a leash. So it's always handy, make sure you have your leash with you, as well as make sure your dog has a collar or harness to attach to. It's also a good idea to make sure that collar or harness has identification tags on it, just in case you get separated. Now, Texas Parks and Wildlife rules say that dogs can be in car, in camper, in kennel, or on leash, but they cannot be roaming free. Now, the rules too for the leash is it cannot be longer than 6 feet. Now, I want to talk about a popular leash out there, and that's the retractable ones. Now, this one here, I love to walk Queso on because it gives him a little bit more space to explore and get to see all the new smells around him. But this one will extend up to 16 feet, which is obviously against the rules of Texas Parks and Wildlife. Now, I did talk to a local police officer here at Huntsville State Park about use of a leash like this. The 3 things I was told is, first off, the letter of the rule. The leash cannot go past 6 feet. He did recognize that this is still a leash though, and even though it can go up to 16 feet, if I recognize any dangers, any wildlife, or any other visitors, I can pull my dog in and even lock it so they cannot get past 6 feet if I wanted to lock it there. It also, what needs to be remembered too, is whether it's 16 feet or whether it's 6 feet, the dog has to be under your control. So even if a dog is on a 6 feet leash, if it shows aggression towards wildlife or other visitors, you and the dog can be asked to leave the park. You also want to think about hydration. So you want to bring along plenty of water for your dog. One rule of thumb out there is they should be drinking 1 ounce of water per 1 pound of body weight for the day. Now, obviously, if they're going to be hiking or being outdoors and active, they're going to drink a little bit more water than that. So make sure to bring along plenty for them on the trail. Another thing to bring out with you is some treats and maybe one of their favorite toys as well. You want to make sure that, especially if it's a positive and rewarding experience, and enjoy their trips out here, so they look forward to coming out here again with you. Want the toy? Want the toy? Want the toy? Want the toy? No, you want more treats. Now, when I go out, I always make sure to have my own personal first aid kit with me, and I researched online and some videos out there that can help you also add some things in there to help your dog out as well. Now, you got to plan for after the activity as well. So after a whole day of hitting the dusty trails, you're going to get back to your car with probably a dirty dog. So having some wipes or a spray bottle on hand to help clean them off would be great, and also bringing a spare towel so they have a nice dry ride home. So R in B.A.R.K stands for Respect Wildlife. You have to realize every time you come out to the park, you're visiting the home of the native wildlife out here. And so we always want to be respectful visitors by keeping our pets under control, and we clean up after them. Yeah, that's a big bird. So R is for respect wildlife. We also want to look at principle number 7 of Leave No Trace, and that is respecting others. Other visitors in the park may be uncomfortable around canines, and they may not realize just how good a boy Queso is. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're such a good little boy. So that is why leash laws are important, to make sure that they remain under our control when around other visitors and their dogs as well. Yes, you're such a good boy. Now, while out and about, it is our job as responsible pet owners to look out for the health and safety of our pets. Now, I know Queso here is an Aussie, and they've got a lot of drive and energy. But if I'm not careful, he'll push himself further than what is safe for him. So while on the trail, I've got to make sure that he stays okay, look out for any dangers or any wildlife, and make sure he gets lots of breaks in the shade and stays hydrated. Oh, he's a good boy. So another thing you got to think about for safety is surface temperature. Not only are our dogs wearing a full fur coat, they also don't have any protection on their feet. So there's the 5-second rule. If you put your back of your hand on the surface and can't hold it there for 5 seconds, it's probably too hot for your dog. Another rule of thumb I like to use: if it's too hot for you to be barefoot, it's too hot for them to be barefoot. So please take care of your dog's paws. Now the K is knowing where you can go. Texas Parks and Wildlife has rules that pets are not allowed inside of any of its buildings or even group facilities. This also includes the screen shelters. Sorry, no dogs allowed. Now TPWD rules do state that dogs should not be in or around the swim area. And this is a bit because safety reasons, as they are going to be on leash and we want to make sure they're cared for, and it's a bit of sanitary reasons as well. Now, there is also a park-specific reason for this, and that is because we have a number of alligators in our lake. And while they may not be aggressive towards humans, they would love to have a little bit of Queso snack, and I would sure be sad for that to happen. So we want to make sure that for the safety of the people in the swim area and for the safety of the dogs anywhere in the lake, dogs should not be swimming in Lake Raven. As responsible pet owners, it is our job to make sure to research the parks we visit ahead of time to see if there are any specific rules regarding pets and where they can go. So I hope you all enjoyed that video today. I hope you and your furry companion will take the B.A.R.K Ranger Pledge, bag your poop, always stay on leash, respect wildlife, and know where you can go. And we look forward to seeing you all out here at Huntsville State Park. And remember, life is better outside. Yep, almost back. Okay, so while that costume is adorable, I don't think it's going to fool any of the gators.